Oh, what it is, what it is, what it ain't, what it could be. This is a knee deep exclusive, man. She boy AR, I'm in here tonight with my boy Clyde. Clyde, sit up. The hell you got going on, Clyde? Clyde, you know what I'm saying? Me and Clyde in here tonight, you know what I'm saying? We chilling, you know what I mean? We get ready to teach y'all good folks how to construct a song, how to make a song, how to take nothing and make something with it, you know what I mean? So let's get to it, man. You know what I mean? So first and foremost, if you're gonna make a song, you can't make no song without a beat. You need a beat. You know what I'm saying? Well, you can make a song without a beat. Then it's called acapella. But typically, people ain't listening to acapella songs in 2026. You know what I'm saying? So you need a motherfucking beat. You know what I'm saying? So
So, let me ask you,
Clyde, you
can
sit up here
you
with me, Clyde. You know what I'm saying? Have my man Clyde with me.
uh can you write to any beat?
You can write to any beat, all right? So pretty much you wanna practice with variety of beats. You know what I'm saying? You want to try a hip hop beat, R&B beat, a real bass heavy beat. You know what I'm saying? Just try different things, get in different pockets, and see what you come out with. You know what I mean? I used to practice to all different types of beats. You know what I mean when I was young, but I started realizing the more I experimented with beats that I got more of a vibe and more of a feeling and a comfortability with certain types of beats. You know what I'm saying? So find you a good beat, something that's tailor made for you, and that when you freestyle over there, you try to come up with some shit to it. It makes sense and clicks. Know what I mean?
What are the best beats to write to?
Uh the best beats to write to are beats that you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like if you feel the beat, it's got to start with you. You don't really want to go off of nothing that everybody else is feeling because it's not. This is coming from you. Like we was talking about earlier, music is a reflection of your soul, what you going through, how you feeling. If you feeling like the coolest motherfucker in the world, then that's what you need to put on. If you sad and you be in your feelings, that's what you need to put on. You know what I'm saying? If you just want to show how skilled you are with a certain type of skill set pertaining to music, then that's what you need to showcase. So I would go off of that. With that in my mind, I would go and pick a beat according to how I felt with those parameters. Pretty much.
Well, let me ask you this. What comes first, the beat or the lyrics?
Okay. It's good that you asked that. All right, so check this out. Before you even get to that, you need subject matter. Okay. So we got us a beat. Now we need to know what it's gonna be about. That's your subject. You know what I'm saying? So, you need you a title, or you need to at least know, okay, I want this song to be about bad bitches. I want this song to be about shit. You know what I'm saying? The time my heart was broke. You know what I mean? You need a title for that. A good title for that would be Heartbreak Hotel. Okay. Okay. So now I know I'm gonna do Heartbreak Hotel. What are you going to talk about in your verse that has to do with literally a heartbreak hotel or abstractly a heartbreak hotel? And then that's how you come up with that as well.
Okay. Does a name of a song need to be catchy?
It can and it can't. I've seen songs that have really okay, like Ti song, Top Back. I lay my top, lay it back, lay it back, lay it back. You know what I'm saying? That ain't really a catchy title to me. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of normal, but the song is fire. You know what I'm saying? Versus Return of the Mac. That's a catchy motherfucking title. You know what I'm saying? When you hear that, you like, okay, shit. What he finna talk about? Return of the Mac. What do you mean, Return of the Mac? You know what I'm saying? And that's another good example, Return of the Mac, because he doesn't literally, he gives you a bunch of examples in the verses of how and why it's the return of the Mac. You know what I'm saying? So that's subject matter.
So when you come up with your subject matters, is it based off of experience? Is it based off of just? I know some people do like random, like they were randomly goofing off and they just came up with a song. Like how do you come up with your subject matter?
It's good you asked that too. Okay, so music is fun. It don't always got to be serious. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got to always be um oh yeah, I'm getting ready to go in here and make the most complex song. No, like you say, it can be fun. I like the way she rock her hip, then way this or lean with it. Rock. It's so many. You can just have fun with it. Juvenile. We was talking about Juvie early with the high, and you can have fun with it, but be creative. And the more you get into a vibe, you get into a little emotion. Shit, you'll come up with something. You know what I'm saying? And then iron sharpens iron. I recommend you get in the studio with other creative artists that really be on their shit, or people who are just lighthearted and have a lot of charisma, because that's gonna bring out the best in you too. You know what I'm saying? The more you around people that's just kind of less judgmental and open, it makes it easier too. Unless you one of them people that just don't give a damn. You, I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna do like I feel like Young Thug is like that. Young Thug don't give a fuck about what you feel about him. He just goes in there and he makes good music. You know what I mean? And that's really how you got to be at the end of the day.
What subject matters you should steer away from?
It depends on you as an individual and an artist. There's really no taboo subject matter in 2026. Everything's kind of, you can say whatever. You know what I mean? So, you know, personally, I don't rap about drill or hurting or killing people anymore like I used to at one point in my life. I prefer not to. I make certain references to real shit. That also answers your other question because it does come from real life experiences and shit I've seen or shit I've done or shit I could have heard a motherfucker say. You know what I mean? But it all fits in to the reality that I have been next to it or done it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and from then, I just try to be as relatable as I can to my audience. If I'm in the club and I know that people like shaking ass, then I'm gonna try to make a club song with different things in it that a female would feel okay. Hey, when I hear that, hey, you know what I'm saying? I want to turn up, you know what I'm saying? Or if I want to appeal to the dope boys in the club, I'm gonna say something that's gonna appeal to the dope boys, you know what I'm saying? So it's just about relativity. That I feel like the best artists in the world are good at being relative to their listeners.
And just piggybacking off of that, so like, do you feel like there's some subjects that are no longer in our current era? Like for instance, like I hear a lot of people say that subjects about love you don't really hear too much. We hear a lot of lust songs, and we like each other. We want to hunch and stuff, but we don't hear
We don't hear a lot of love.
like Luther, like
Oh, yeah, definitely not no Luther type
yeah. So
love.
do you feel like there's certain subjects that are an error?
Clyde. Um, yeah, love is one of them things that you hear people talk about it, but even when they talk about it these days, it's not as blatant. Like, use Lotto for an example. She might talk about, yeah, my nigga, I fuck with you, I really get down with you, but she ain't, I love you, boo. You know what I'm saying? Even Kalani folded. I didn't hear her say the word love like that in that song, did she? But clearly she's in love and clearly her heart is broke and she conceptually is talking about a situation. That's another good example of a song. You see how metaphorical that song is? You know what I mean? She's not literally talking about just folding up all of his shit. She's metaphorically talking about still trying to do right for this nigga, even though he done broke her heart. You know what I'm saying? You can get very creative with songs, man. Like I'm saying, like it's really up to you and how deep you want to make it. And what's so fun about it is shit, you can get basic and get a point across to a wide audience. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that answered your question. Now, After you get all that, your subjects and all your shit, then you want a top line. All right. Top lining is simply like scatting. All right. Back in the old days, they used to call it scatting. You hear the dudes, and he come up with a whole motherfucking melody. You know what I mean? But in modern terms, we scat line. Like we come up with a. When I was writing a song I got on Franklin Saint called 6 a.m. in Dallas, I remember listening at the beat and just being like, mm, 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 like, and literally that's the melody. You know what I'm saying? Like I came up with the melody. I recorded myself doing the melody in my head. I was in Dallas, Texas, literally 6 o'clock in the morning, writing the shit when I did it. So I was just like, put it together, got back to the hotel room and listened to what I said. And then I put 6 a.m. in Dallas. Baby, what your boyfriend said ain't valid. You know what I'm saying? Like I just built in words that fit the actual melody and the breakdown of the syllables. You know what I'm saying? It's the best way to come up with a melody. It's the best way to feel the actual energy of the beat and place yourself there in it. You know what I'm saying? So get your top lining game on. You ain't got to be perfect with it. Play with it. Record yourself. Play yourself back. Listen to yourself 3-4 different times. Oh, I don't like that. Now I don't like the way my voice sounded on that. Oh, I could use a little more air. I could come from my diaphragm a little more. You know what I'm saying? Different things like that. And when you do, you get it right. Go back in there. And then that's the last one. Put the lyrics into it. You know what I'm saying? Wait, Clyde, get up.
Oh, goodness. Well,
Clyde ain't shit, y'all. Clyde don't want to be a part of it.
let me ask you: is melody more important than the lyrics?
Yay and nay. Okay, so for instance, think about what's your favorite song? Do you have a favorite song? Either one of y'all?
Scrubs by TLC.
Okay. Damn, Scrubs. Somebody done pissed you off. All right, so if you think about Scrubs, the melody and the lyrics are just as important because I don't want no scrub. All that's important, right? But it's what she's saying in that melody that brings that melody out. So I feel like they are equally important. But these days you can have a good ass melody with no substance in the lyrics and it hit. People like that kind of shit these days.
What's an example of that? Like a melody that hit, but you think the
Damn.
lyrics ain't good.
Shit, there's so many of them. And the ironic situation is I can't think of none of them. There's so many of them. Fucking I don't know.
But Blueface, Tatiana.
Definitely a good one. And you know what? I wish I could think of a that's a good example because I can't think of one. Blueface, you know what I'm saying? Blueface Tatiana. Tatiana, ain't it? Tatiana. Tatiana. Yeah, that the beat was hard. But see, Blueface, his ass don't even he don't even stay on beat. You know what I'm saying? He one of them artists. There's a lot of artists now that don't stay on beat. So they kind of go against the grain of what I'm saying because they don't even stay on beat to make the melodies. But it was hard and people fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? So we will definitely use that as an example.
Is that more common now? Artists not being on beat?
Only people I can genuinely think of that do that is Blueface and G Herbo. And I'm sure it's more, but I don't listen to them. You know what I'm saying? But them are two, huh? I like music on beat, preferably. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was taught. You're supposed to go on beat with the beat. There's no written rule saying that you should or you have to, but that's just how I couldn't rap off beat personally. It would throw me the fuck off. You know what I'm saying?
Which artist has the best melody beat? Well, song.
The best melody. Ooh, that's hard too. Cause there's so many
Your
songs.
top, like maybe top five.
Top artist that has the best melody game.
The best melody game. Okay, Young Thug got a ill melody game. Gunna got a ill melody game. Drake has the ill melody game. Michael Jackson had an ill melody game. If you think about Michael Jackson songs, the melodies are ridiculous. When you hum his songs, that's what you humming, the melody. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's four. If I had to throw a fifth one out there, I'd probably say Rihanna. Rihanna has a dope melody game. You know what I'm saying? Rihanna has a dope melody game. So yeah, your melody game is everything. You know what I mean? Now then you got artists like Kendrick that are more lyric based artists. You know what I'm saying? They don't really do a lot of melodies. Kendrick do melodies, don't get me wrong, but that's not the basis of his artistry. He does not give you a whole bunch of melody in his songs. You know what I mean? He'll rather give you lyrics. J- Shit.
That's that in the mic,
L-
What was the question again? Who are your top five lyricists? Your top five lyricists.
I'ma say Wayne, Cole, Lord have mercy. Probably Joyner Lucas. Y'all know who Joyner Lucas is?
I don't.
Look him up later. Thank me. Joyner Lucas is crazy. Um, I want to say Kendrick, but you know, Kendrick said a lot of flim flam to me. I feel like a lot of shit Kendrick say is just filler. Like it ain't even as hard as people make it out to be. I like complex shit to where a motherfucker like, damn, he thought he was really thinking when he put that down. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say nobody like Jay-Z. Yeah, we gonna say Jada for the last one, Jada Kiss. You know what I'm saying? Jada is a ill lyricist. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of them, but that's just who comes to mind off the top.
So I'm seeing everything that you said. All the artists are basically from the South. So you're saying the South runs.
The South run this shit. And once again, I mean, I could go Jay, Nas, Cass, the Locks, Jada. It's some dudes from up north, Papoose. Man, it's some dudes. Yeah, Ja ain't really that lyrical. Ja makes a good hit. His melody game and his hit game, he knows how to convey a good hook, which is the last section that we'll get to, is making a hook. You know what I'm saying? A good hook lasts forever. And that's why Ja Rule is relevant, you know? Ja Rule is that don't take away from his ability to rap. Dude, he can rap, but that wasn't he was and when he came out, people weren't really listening for bars and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he really had it easy. Just come up with a dope ass hook, put a female on the track, rap some lovey dovey shit in the hook. I mean the verse, and get millions of dollars.
So are R&B people not lyricists?
No, because lyrics are typically a rap related thing. When you speak on lyricism and lyricists, you know what I'm saying? Now, of course, R&B songs do have lyrics, but they're not lyricists. A lyricist is somebody that knows how to intricately put different words together throughout 16 different bars and wow you and have you like, ooh, 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 damn, that was fire. R&B is more about melody. In actual that genre of music, it's more about the melody and the words, but the melody sells it over the lyrics for sure.
Are there no female lyricists that you admire?
Hell yeah, fucking.
Named all the men.
Oh yeah. I know no Lauren, Nikki, shit, Dochi, Doja. Shit, I could go on. There's some fire ass females now. I just, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, except for Doja, I can't put nobody in my top 10. I love Doja Cat though. Doja's pen game is stupid. Like easily my top 10 best pen games in the modern industry. I won't say ever, but in the modern industry for certain. Yeah, you know what I mean? I love females. I love female music. I love what females bring to the world, to the earth. So you'll never hear y'all slight no female. Shout out to motherfucking female artists. You know what I'm saying?
What do you feel like is different about Doja as far as her lyrics?
Doja, she just knows how to. She's. I like her energy. I like how she's not afraid to get into different bags and express herself as a musician. Like a lot of times as a musician, we can get kind of afraid and caught up in trying to do what other people want us to do, or we can get caught up in, okay, yeah, that's what's trendy right now. I've been in the studio with niggas and they were like, nah, man, we need to make a song like this. Cause that's what such and such got out right now. And I'm like, nigga, really? Dare to be different, nigga. Make your own song right now and make people get on your wave. You know what I'm saying? Why we got to do the same shit Young Thug doing? Why we got to do the same shit the Migos doing, Drake doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, let's take a little interpolations of their style and put it with ours and make it our own. You know what I'm saying? But that's me.
Though, like, you gotta play the game to get into it. So, like, how do you know when to, kind of go with what's popular right now versus, like you said, doing your own thing and being unique to create like a hit?
You got to check the temperature of the water. You got to put your thermostat in it. So pretty much, okay, if the industry is biased, meaning they only looking and celebrating one type of thing, then it might behoove you to make songs according to what everybody's doing. You follow me? Versus in a time like right now, where everybody is in their own expressive place, you can really, people are listening to lyrics right now. People are listening to R&B right now. The amount of different artists that's out right now is vast. You know what I'm saying? It's so vast. And I feel like it's a good time to be an artist because you don't have to really be compartmentalized right now. So in a time like right now, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. As long as it's hot, people gonna listen to it. Look at Damani. Damani is not typical. You know what I'm saying? He's not the typical radio artist or boss man D-Lo or fucking what's another one of these niggas that turned the strip club up. YTV Fat, one of them boys like that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like them. So the fact that he even got a list, him or Kendrick too, throw Kendrick in that conversation because Kendrick, people had wrote Kendrick off, and then Kendrick came out with a diss and killed Drake, and now he's popular again. People are really at an open-minded, open-eared time in music right now. So you just got to go with your heart, man. You got to be observant. You got to have your ear to the street, stay in tune with what's going on, and just, try to be relevant, but make it your own. You don't want to go too far out, though. You can't be like, okay, that's what's in right now. I'm going to come in and just do something completely different. No, you can't do that because people really genuinely might shut you out.
Now, I want to go back to a subject that we kind of talked about as far as like subjects that you don't talk about. Now, you brought up Damani, and we all are following the T.I. 50 Cent thing. Do you feel like King rapping about 50 Cent's mama is a subject matter that we shouldn't rap about, or you know, we did have the era of the your mama jokes. Um, you feel like the mama was too far?
No, no, unfortunately not. And this thing called hip hop is a contact sport. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is a brutal sport. It's like football with no pads. Imagine if you played football with no pads and motherfucker tackled you 250 pounds running at that velocity with that muscle. They fuck you up, right? That's kind of what rap is. Rap is brutal. And if you step into the arena of rap, there's a good chance that a person will come for your touchy your soft spots, you know what I'm saying? And furthermore, 50 opened that wound when he spoke on that man mama. So, you know, he didn't have to. T.I. himself said that King went a little too far. I feel like he went too far, but luckily for him, he's a rapper. And in rap, you can go too far. And it sells. And people want to hear it. In the messier, in the nastier you are, people are gonna fucking probably buy it. Look at Tupac. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. And look at that shit. I mean, he started the song off like that. That's the first shit the nigga say, and then the beat drop, and then he talk about fucking the man wife and all this shit, the whole song, and people loved it. It's probably one of Tupac's biggest money makers, you know what I'm saying? Out of his whole discography.
Now, speaking of melodies and lyrics, what do you feel like makes up a good diss song? Since we're talking about it, as far as melody and lyrics, because I know both sons have big disses and a daddy, and
Yeah.
they all have different styles. Like if you notice, so what makes up a good diss song?
As low as you can go. Remember, old girl, we was listening at Bad Baby
Oh yeah,
and the other girl.
suck the dick.
That was a whack songs, but the beef was interesting because of how low they were willing to go. You feel me? They was hitting each other in the ribs. Boom! Oh shit! Broke my rib cage. Let me break your other one. Yay! Boom! You know what I mean? Hit your head. Like they were crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, like Drake and Kendrick, he started talking about Meet the Grams. He got talking about the boy mama and his daddy and his little son. And if you go there, people gonna love it because Americans love drama. We love violence and drama and how low can you go? You know, that's the only way a show like Your Mama could have been a success. Is the people have to condone the bullshit, and here we condone a lot of bullshit. So that's why I say what I said about King. He good. He in a place and a time and a genre. Man, you can get away with all that shit. They ain't even gonna. Ain't nobody even talked about canceling them. You know what I'm saying?
Who has the best diss?
It's between Tupac hit him up, Nas Ether, and probably They Not Like Us. I gotta throw that in there because I go on record. You know, I'm not. I like Kendrick, but I'm not wowed by his abilities like most people. But I do like him. I think he's a dope artist. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that nigga, he fucked around and damn near went Billboard top 100 with a diss song. You know what I'm saying? Like talking about somebody. He didn't even have to make it. That's you can't ignore it. So yeah, hit him up, Ether, and Not Like Us. And then honorable mention, probably some shit like No Vaseline, Ice Cube, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, damn, nigga, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. So, yeah.
And okay, so that brings us to your fourth step for constructing a song, which is it how do you put lyrics to a song and how do you create a hook?
Okay. So, your hook is the most distinctive part of the song. Make no mistake. You see how much emphasis I put on melody, top lining, you know what I'm saying? No, you got to take it a step further, and you either use more or less the same melody that you used in your top lining. And let me say this too. When you write a song, you very well could write your hook before you write your verse. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to write either one first. You might play a beat, be vibing, smoking, and then a motherfucking hook come to you like, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, that's a motherfucking hook right there. You know what I mean? You write it down, write the title, write the hook, you write the shit, you got it. Boom. You locked in. Then you write your verse. Or you could write your verse and be like, okay, let me write a hook pertaining to what I just said in this verse. It's no right or wrong way to do it. It's normally off the vibe and the feel of the creator, the artist. You know what I'm saying? How you feel, how you think that you might I do it both ways. Sometimes I listen to a beat and the hook come to me. Sometimes it be the verse. But either way, you got a top line. Top line and is fundamental for each one. Which the more you listen to music and the more you listen to songs, you'll be able to tell how to create a hook and how a hook differentiates from the other verses. You know what I'm saying? Think about how a hook has its own pizzazz than the verse. You know what I'm saying? In most cases. So yeah, you'll be able to construct the hook easier than you think. It's really easier than a verse. It's just a matter of figuring out the vibe, the melody, and what you want to talk about when it comes to a hook.
Out of your
Fuck you, Clyde.
songs, which song do you feel you made the best hook to?
That I made the best hook to? Ooh, that's a great question. I could be biased because once again, that's my baby. My music is my baby. You know, I create them all from a very sincere, loving place. It's like a parent. You know, you have 6 kids. How can you say which one is your favorite without offending the others? You know what I'm saying? But I will say that if I had to, I'd probably say, mm, damn, that's good. I mean, I got Winter Sadness of a Madness, Franklin Saint, F3, Gangster the Gentleman. I got some dope bodies of work out there. I tell you the ones that people react to the best, because once again, it's very hard for me to say which ones I think are the best. But I say Lil Wayne, Della Reese, I Don't Wanna, even 6 a.m. in Dallas. These are hooks that when people hear them, they like, oh shit, that's fire. Like, damn, okay, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. And normally they want to just keep listening to the song. 007, once again, I named that one. Yeah, these are some. Matter of fact, y'all go stream Winter Sadness, Summer Madness, Franklin Saint, F5, everything. You know what I'm saying? Big AR, little SON. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go do that. And make sure y'all go tune in to every Knee Deep episode, even if the information is 2 years old. We popping real shit about it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go do that. But yeah, I think those are the ones right there. I think they're the ones that I would say are dope to me.
Now, how do you? Because there's some songs that you can make and you can like instantly know like this gonna be a banger. So how do you differentiate between a banger and these people that end up just being these one hit wonders that only got one good song?
Um, for me, and I want to say it's almost universal because I've been in the studio with a lot of artists. I've been in the studio with artists that come up with I didn't come up with the hook or the song. They came up with it. And at the same time, they was like, just the energy. When you got something hot, you know what's hot and what's not. because you listen to music every day, more or less. You know what I'm saying? Not every day, but throughout a week's time, you listen to music a whole lot, right? So you know what's hot and what's not. So when you come up with something that sticks, and you be like, ooh, that motherfucker. Like just the feeling and the reassurance that your soul will give you. Your soul will give you the reassurance, like, nigga, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, and typically other people would think it's hard too. You know what I mean? Like, I've made some songs that I thought was hot and did them, and motherfuckers looking at me like, nah, Josh, that ain't it. Not a lot, but it has occurred. And I'll say that, you know, I've had shits that I wrote, and when I wrote it, I knew like, okay, yeah, I'm finna kill them with this. You know, when you first day of school, when you got your outfit together, and you put your outfit on the bed, and with your shoes, and you couldn't wait to wake up in the morning. What you say? We're finna kill them motherfuckers in the morning. That same feeling that you, when you got that confidence, when you know you got that first outfit on that motherfucking bed, and you finna go crazy for the first 2-3 days, and then you run out by the end of the week, run out of good shit. That feeling leaves. But yeah, that's the same feeling you get when you make a dope song or a dope hook. And I'm a recluse. I'm kind of a loner when I write my music. I like to write music in solitude. I like to smoke weed and take a couple shots and write. But a lot of people like to write in the studio with people. And when I am in the studio with people and I come up with some shit, their reaction to tell me too. Like if they ooh, and just jumping through the roof and shit, it's like, okay, yeah, I got them. And if they kind of like, then maybe that don't mean that it ain't hot, but maybe it just didn't resonate with them the way it resonated with me, you know? So it's one of them things.
How do you take when someone critiques your song or doesn't like your song? Does it discourage you?
It depends. It depends on the type of song it is, who the person is that don't like it. I'm gonna be honest with you because some people be hating. You gotta just once again, you gotta feel the energy. You gotta be an energy reader. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you gotta be able to really. All right, so if you done been in the car with your friend, all right, and you ride with this motherfucker all the time, they play music, okay? And they play bullshit all the fucking time. Like, and then you play some of your shit, and you know your shit is better than a percentage of the shit you heard them listen to, but they just don't like your shit, chances they're a hater. Or versus that friend that listen to good music all the time, and you know they listen to good music that you like as well, and then that friend tell you like, nah, that ain't it. You be like, you don't like it? You like good music. Damn, I dropped the ball like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You asking me what is and what isn't? It's a personal preference, but for me, I like a good melodic hook with the right beat in the right cadence and vibe will suck me in every time. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to hear a song to know if I like it. It don't have to be lyrical or the most melodic, but it's just got to be perfectly placed together to my hearing aesthetics, and then I like it. You know what I mean?
So if they have bad choices of music and they don't like your music, it don't matter to you.
Yeah, it won't matter then. I'll be like, yeah, you don't listen to shit anyway, nigga.
Stuff and they give you the same feedback. Like they normally give you good feedback, but this time they were just like,
I take it as a grain of salt. I'm really not sensitive with my music. Like I have very thick skin with music. I've been doing music since I was 3 years old. Like I look at my 4-year-old sometimes and I chuckle to myself because I'm like, boy, when I was your age, I was in front of a church singing in front of an entire church and had the entire church. Go ahead, baby. Yeah, like rocking with me. You get what I'm saying? My son is just like, woo, he's everywhere. I'm like, my grandma and my daddy had me Joe Jackson discipline. Like, well, you can say you get ready to do it because they saw the gift in me, so they didn't play with it, but I yeah, I what was the question? I never forgot to get.
Does it discourage you from making music if somebody?
Yeah, I once again, yeah, I didn't. I'm in tune with my star player. I know who I am. If you don't like it, it just wasn't for you. Cause I got people I don't like. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's fake of me to let myself get
So
uh
when do you accept it as constructive criticism then?
how it's presented to me. If you don't like my shit and you tell me like, okay, AR, look, that didn't really hit me. I think you could have. And tell me why you didn't like it, and tell me, and I'll be like, okay, well, yay. Like I literally have songs that are quote unquote fan favorites that everybody ain't like. A few of them, almost everyone to a degree, and that's what's cool about making music is everybody's not gonna like you. It's people out there that don't like pop, that don't like Michael Jackson, that don't like Bob Marley, that don't like Beyonce. You get what I'm saying? That don't like Rihanna. My daddy didn't like Usher. I can't imagine a world where you don't. But you know what? My daddy likes good music. He's the reason I have good taste in music. So I had to kind of step back a couple times and be like, "Damn, daddy, why you don't like Usher?" But I guess it was just something about Usher's tone and the way he did music that my daddy didn't like. You know,
Going back to the vibe and your creativity, set your vibe for the perfect studio session. What do AR need in his studio session to make a good song, in your opinion?
I need a good beat. I need. I want to say good weed, but I can make music without weed, so I'm not gonna say that. But that will help me. You want to roll me some good weed while I'm trying to do it? That would be very most helpful. But I need a good beat. I need good vibes, and I need inspiration. And when I say inspiration, I merely mean something small. It could be something, a movie, something I watched in the movie, a name I heard in the movie, or, you know, a phrase I heard earlier, or a look I got from a girl in the mall that was, any little thing from a real creative artist will put it on a blank canvas and make it something. That's why I said in the beginning, I'm gonna teach y'all how to make nothing to something because you literally can do that with music. It starts as a thought and then it's a fucking hit song that brings in millions of dollars. Or it's a song that people listen to and they resonate with, and that's my shit. Every time I hear that, it's one of them things, and that's special. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Nowadays, do you think artists care about the Grammy or just a top selling song?
Top selling song. Grammys. Grammy ain't nothing but a fucking idol, a golden calf. It's a little fucking statue that they give you out of appreciation for you being their mule. Now, that's what I said I wouldn't be appreciative to receive one. But once again, the people that are voting on this are the general consensus, and a lot of them don't understand the music that they're voting for. You know what I'm saying? So you can't 100% be down or get upset or discouraged because you didn't get nominated for that kind of shit. I'm more of the people kind of guy. Like, if the people rock with me, if the folks in the when I go in the club, and Bree, you done been in the club with me. If I'm in the club and people come up to me and they pay homage and show love to me, and AAR, man, what's up? Just the acknowledgement alone is enough for me. The real genuine love, because you didn't have to do that. It's 300 motherfuckers in here. You didn't have to come over and speak to me and acknowledge me, but the fact that you did means that something that I did in my life's work and what I've done resonated with you, and it was enough to make you want to come up and fuck with me. So that's the type of shit I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about no motherfucking Grammy or no man-made accolade. Fuck that. If you want to give me something man-made, give me man-made love. Genuine man-made love. You know what I'm saying? That shit resonate. And that shit resonate forever. Forever. You know what I mean?
Do you believe it's unpopular opinion that artists pay for a Grammy?
Ooh, I can see that. Especially the motherfuckers and them they got Pool in there like Beyonce and Jay, and I'm not saying they do it, but I'm saying people of that caliber who actually have pull and connection to the industry, and they know motherfuckers that know motherfuckers. We're stopping them from being like, hey, I think we'll get on such and such's good side if we, take this nominal fee that they said, shit like that. I think they do. I think the industry is a business first and foremost. NBA too. All of that shit is a business first and foremost. And if it makes sense, they're gonna do it.
Now, speaking of the industry, what if the industry came to you with a bullshit song that you said is trash, but they said they gonna put you on the spot. All you gotta do is sing this bullshit song, and then they gonna let the rest of your albums ride.
My thing is, how hot is the bullshit song? Is it hot at all?
You don't like it, but they want you to push this song, and they think it's gonna be hot.
Are the people gonna like it, or we don't know until we do it?
We don't know until you do
It's a complete gamble.
You listening to it, and you like this complete bullshit, but they giving you the money, and then they gonna back your other album if you do this bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know about that. If it's a complete gamble, and we don't know how the people are gonna receive this whack song, I don't want to attach my first song to some bullshit. That's my legacy at the end of the day. You feel me? If I come out with a fuckery ass song in the beginning, motherfuckers might not even want to hear my good songs now because they affiliate me with the fuck song. I feel like your first song gotta be a smash. My daddy told me some interesting shit. He was in the army, and he was in Germany in the early 80s when Luther Vandross first came out. Y'all know Luther Vandross' first song? Never Too Much. That's his first. That's how you come out with a fucking song. Everything else you heard from Luther coming from that came after Never Too Much. My daddy said, man, I was in Germany, and I was in the club. They got to playing Never Too Much, and I was like, who the fuck is this? This shit is nice. And he said, I got the, I went and bought the album and listened to them, and I was like, okay, I like Luther Vandross. He said, next thing you know, Luther Vandross is a motherfucking star. Superstar. If This World Were Mine, If Only for One Night, Luther Vandross, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, wow, that's how you come out. Michael Jackson, what the Jackson 5 came out with first? I Want You Back. You gotta come out with something serious. Can't remember what Beyonce and them came out with first.
Her solo?
Destiny's Child. Oh, okay, Dangerously in Love solo. Or was it Crazy in Love? Crazy in Love. That was Crazy in Love was her first. That's a fire song to brand yourself with. That'll be it's in our memories forever. But Destiny Child, was it No 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 with Wycliffe? See, that was a good song. You have to. You cannot come out with no bullshit song. Now I'm gonna play controversial right with this. You know who had kind of bullshit songs when they first came out? Tupac. He's an exception to the rule. Tupac, same song with the Digital Underground and Trapped. Tupac got this song called Trapped. It's not a bad song. It's just not a heavy song for an artist of his magnitude. You follow what I'm saying? Like, it's the kind of song that be like, damn. And I'm sure it was a lot of people out there that heard that song. And then when they heard I Get Around and Brenda's Got a Baby and what's the other shit Pac had out? Keep Your Head Up. Those are all his first songs and shit. When they heard the other three, they probably like, damn, this boy surprised me because he came out with that other song that wasn't as good as these. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on the artist. It depends on your willpower, how much you really want to show people. Like you could be complacent with a fuck ass song and be like, yeah, well, that's all I'm gonna give them. But you could be like, nah, I'm gonna go to the studio, work my ass off, and outdo them and prove them wrong. You know, so either or.
Let me ask you. So, just on the opposite side, what if it's a person who makes very good music, but their life decisions you kind of don't fuck with, like R. Kelly?
Yeah. Fortunately, there's a lot of those people in the industry that are pieces of shit, but they are exceptionally well at what they do. And you kind of got to separate the person from the art. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. You got to separate, because if you don't, you'll be kind of consumed by what they did and it'll never leave you. But in the same token, it's okay to not fuck with an artist because you don't like what they did. You know? And you don't have to like R. Kelly. You can be really like, okay, I'm more of an advocate for women and women's rights and how women get treated. And as a result, I don't want to listen to R. Kelly. And you know what? That's your fucking right. That's your right, your prerogative, your preferences. You could be like me. I don't condone with mistreatment of women at all. I think R. Kelly is a piece of motherfucking shit. But you know what? That nigga makes some fire ass motherfucking music. And you know what? When I listen at his fire ass music, which doesn't talk about, sometimes it doesn't, or celebrate fucking with young girls, I'll just try not to listen to the songs that he talks about that in. You know, R. Kelly is the greatest R&B, one of the greatest top 3 R&B singers of all fucking time. You know, and that's a hard pill to swallow as a father with a daughter. That shit hit a little different when you got a daughter and you think about her being starstruck and kind of suck it into some bullshit from a star, you know. But yeah.
Are there any artists that you wouldn't let Emmy listen to because of that?
It's a lot of artists I don't want Emmy listening to, but not so because of what they done, but because of the shit they talking about. Because I'll be honest with you, that shit does taint you. Like I was telling y'all earlier, all that shit, like that was the beginning of the end with that man, and I'm the baddest bitch, and like it just it desensitizes you to degradation. Now you feel like it's okay to be called a bitch or treated a certain kind of way because it's the cool norm. You know what I'm saying? And it just desensitizes your morality a little bit. And as long as I can keep my baby innocent, I will. Life gonna hit, and you gonna one day we gonna have a real talk, and you can be like, damn, daddy, this shit fucked up. I am like, yeah, it is, ain't it? You know, but until then, I just want to keep you pure and innocent and naive as a motherfucker. I want you naive because naive people get taken advantage of. But I do want you just a little, I guess, a little dumbass, just happy and just being like, hey, it's gonna be a beautiful day tomorrow. Just be hopeful as long as you motherfucking can. You know what I'm saying? And then when reality set in, it just set in.
So, what do you want to see from the music industry nowadays? What do artists need to push for?
Artists need to they need to get more in tune with themselves instead of the the popularity of the industry. Um Back in the 90s, you had Erica Badu, who was distinguishedly different than Tamia. And Tamia is not like Maya. And Maya is not like Aaliyah. You get what I'm saying? But yet they all fit together, right? That's what the industry needs. All of these women I just named are individuals. And they're all fire as fuck. And they all bring their own fire to the table. And it's okay to love Aaliyah and Tamia and Lauren and the other one I named. And it don't make you no bad person to love all of them because they all have their special place. But now, all these niggas are the same. When you heard one, you heard them all. And they all have the same subject matter. And they have all the same content matter. And they're writing songs to the same type of beats. And the message is the motherfucker same. And the same type of motherfuckers go to the club and dance to them. And the motherfucker DJ play the same goddamn songs every motherfucking time you in the same club. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, that's what the industry needs right now. We need to get back to where every artist is an individual. You know what I'm saying? Every artist brings their own something to the table. When you listen to AR, you don't get the same feeling that you get when you listen to TC. When you listen to TC, you don't get the same feeling that you get when you listen to Scud or you listen to Street Poet, because we're all different and we all bring our own something for different moods and different parts of the day. That's what's needed in the industry.
So which era of either rap, hip hop, R&B that you feel like was the best, as far as what you're describing, and that we need to get back to?
R&B is 70s through 90s. R&B was rolling for those 4 decades. Stupid. Then it fell off. In the 2000s, it was still good, but it just started getting a little commercial and cheesy in the 2000s. That was the beginning of the end with it. Still was good shit out there. You got Cisco and Drew Hill and Usher and, like I say, Aaliyah, and you got some good shit out there, but it just started getting a little ridiculous. But as far as hip hop is hip hop is starting to get its wings back once again, because it's a diverse group of people doing it now. But hip hop had died for a few years. It had died.
When?
I want to say early 2000s into the teens, because it became more.
I like the early 2000s.
It was fun, but it was ignorant. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it was fun, but it was ignorant. Like it just was a lot of ignorant shit that was introduced to the culture at that time, and we held on to a lot of it. You know what I mean? But it was fun. It's fuck, and I guess that's all that music is really intended to be. At the end of the day, it's fun. It's really more so how we take it and what we make of it. But that's the danger in it too. So it's kind of an oxymoron. It's like a double-edged sword a little bit.
You don't think the 90s had some fun lyrics?
Oh yeah.
I say you listen to, like, remember that song "Close" by Nets? And I was like, damn, my mama should not have had me singing that song.
Oh yeah, that was that shit.
Too close.
Yeah, see that, but see, it was that's what I'm talking about. It started getting a little raunchy. It was fun and it's fine, but motherfuckers start tiptoeing over boundaries. You know, motherfuckers started letting it all hang out. I like saying it without saying it. Okay. And if you listen to my music, you be like, no, you don't, AR, because you say some shit. But if I'm being honest, that's because I had the freedom to do so. By the time I was coming up, you know, Juvie and Manny Fresh and all them, I remember my mama heard me listening to that Get Your Roll On. What do you say? God damn motherfucker, she's a good dick sucker. My mama came in the room like, Josh, what are you listening to in here? You know what I'm saying? Like, Mom, I'm listening to that shit. Yeah, that shit. You know? But it made me to, when I started rapping, I'm like, you know what? Manny Fresh said he wanted a good dick sucker. Why can't they all? Because that's really what we all motherfucking want. The nigga telling the truth. You know, so it's just it gets now. It's a finicky, real thin threshold type of thing. A thin line, man. But yeah. You just gotta roll with it, man, and just try to figure out how you can say some shit that ain't gonna be too crazy. You know what I'm saying?
So you said which area of hip hop did you like?
Oh, the hip hop era. Yeah, I like the 90s was good, but it was too cheesy. It's more like 80s and 90s was cheesy. It's good songs, but the lyrics is cheesy. I want to say probably the 2000 teens is where hip hop started getting kind of more creative to me. Like, okay, niggas trying to get in the bag a little bit again, you know? For me.
So which songs in the 2000 teens do you feel like was like
Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, Money Trees. Kendrick came out raw. When Kendrick first came out, him and Drake, I was like stupid fans of them. Cause I like the direction that hip hop is going in. And then both niggas got a little crazy. But it comes with, I guess, being in the industry. You kind of got to get a little crazy.
Do you agree with my opinion? Do you think the music industry is lacking music videos? We don't really see music videos anymore.
You don't. You know why I think that is? It's because they got too one-dimensional with them. And now all they want to see is girls twerking in the video. And how many times can we see that before that's redundant? It's like, okay, damn. How many fine women are you gonna have in that? And that's coming from a man. How many fine women are we getting ready to have in these videos just shaking their ass? At what point does that become like, okay, it's boring? You used to have videos with concepts. You know, they don't have videos with concepts no more. I heard somebody say they don't even want to see a video with a concept no more. People don't know what they want.
do you feel like that helped the song back in the day? Like seeing the video with the song?
Yeah. Yeah, that was like the ultimate promotion. You used to spend millions of dollars on a video. Like them old videos, them Jagged Edge videos with Usher, Diddy and shit. You know how much money they put in them videos for that mansion and 30 girls on a spiral staircase and the blue pool, the same blue as my motherfucking sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an aesthetic for your ass. And they spent bukus of money for that type shit. Now, shit, you might make a $1 million video for the bare minimum. They don't even put the budgeting into videos that they used to. You know what I'm saying? I done shot some fire ass videos with voice box, and I'm talking about we made that video shake with a budget. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that shit was big business back then. You would literally, your video promoted your albums, literally. You know, you had a dope video. Guess what? Your album might motherfucking sell. You have 3 dope videos from the same album. Shit, you sold units. You know what I mean? You sold units. Yeah, it was a big deal.
So the visuals needed.
The visuals is needed. Visuals is needed. Even if it's just you in front of rapping in a remote little, you know, walking down the street, you know, you can do so much shit with content, but just seeing an artist doing their thing to their music always does something for the human brain. I feel like it promotes you.
So social media presence is important to the music industry. Growing up, going into the industry.
Oh yeah, because the world revolves around it. You know, I've spoke with a couple of labels before, and they told me straight up. Like we spoke with Sony one time, you know, and pitched a deal to Sony. Sony told me straight up, I like your music, but you don't have a following. Like we want an artist that we don't want to have to build you. We want you already built. We want you to come here with motherfuckers just go stream and go out and get and cop merch and etc. We don't want to have to convince people to do that. The era of convincing and persuading people to do it is gone. That was the 90s, 2000s, video, commercials. These things were in place to power that then. Now you get an ad on YouTube, and it's not as convincing as an old commercial of old. You know what I mean? It's like you were in a real commercial. That's an old commercial where you are physically there and you brand the product and you speak on the product. People don't do that as much no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like they might put the product up on the scene for 30 seconds and then you can skip it, or it says sponsored and it's just not the same. You know what I mean? So it's just a different world. And the way you have to come at it is completely different. You know what I'm saying? In order to get good results, unfortunately. And so you need the internet for sure.
Would you make a song for a movie album?
Hell yeah. A soundtrack? Once again, that's one of them things that used to get people a soundtrack. If a motherfucker called you and was like, hey, AR, man, we got this song, we got this movie coming out with such and such. We want to get you in the movie. We want to get you on the soundtrack. I would have, you would have went through the roof. You would have called all your people and be like, hey, nigga, I done made it. Boy, how about they goddamn, they want me to be in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It was that type of life-changing experience to be in a soundtrack. I feel like motherfuckers that landed the soundtrack probably made more money than the motherfuckers that was making albums, because now that we know what we know about albums, they was raping them people for the albums. The albums, the album sales had to go to 14 different people, had to split the money, So by the time you get your cut, even as the fucking artist with the highest cut, still win shit.
So you did mention like albums. Is there times where it's just okay to just roll with your single versus like trying to complete an album?
Yeah, I think so. I think if you have like a hit that's like a hit, like undeniably, like when you hear this motherfucker, you be like, yeah, that's a fucking hit. When you have something like that, i.e. Lil Wayne, you know what I mean? A hit. When you know you have a hit, I have a song called Lil Wayne, by the way, cause no confusion. I know Bree know what I was talking about, but other people might hear this and be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Lil Wayne. I have a song called Lil Wayne. I think it's a fucking Billboard 100 song. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be better for me to drop it as a single first before dropping it as an album. I could do it either way, but a single would definitely help because it would catapult and have people tuning in like, okay, that's fine. What is that on? Is the rest of the songs on it as hot as that one? And that's where you really kind of get people, pull them in. You know what I'm saying? With the bait of that first single. It's just bait, like putting bait on the end of a fishing rod, throwing it in, hoping that a fish bite it. You know what I mean? That's what you're doing to your consumers at that point with a hit song. You're throwing out your shit and you're like, bite on that motherfucker. Now come buy the album so you can get the full course of what you got an appetizer of with that. The hell yeah. For shit, sure.
I guess sum up the 4 steps.
So, hey, check this out, man. If you want to make you a dope song, you need you a beat. Get you a producer. All right? In-house producer is probably the smartest route. But if you want to outsource and get you somebody else, get you a producer. I would suggest also getting a multitude of beats, combing through them, getting different vibes, and then pick one. Once you pick one, get your subject matter together. All right? Figure out what you want to talk about, a title, how you want to do it. Okay, damn, I wanted to be about this. I wanted to be about that. Confirm that. Once you do that, then you top line. You You come with it. It's somebody make a banner in the you do that to the beat until you get something in your mind that's hot. Like, oh shit, I like that. I like the way that rolled. That sounded good. That felt good to me. Because once again, you listen to music, you know what is and what is not hot. Once you get that, you then put the lyrics to the top lining. You fill the scat or the humming in with actual words. You want to try to be relatable. You want them to be real things that people will listen to and recite and think about and be like, okay, yeah, damn, that was fire. You know what I'm saying? And last but not least, you put a hook on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You make it a real song, because what is a song without a hook? And then voila, you have a song.
Well, that was good content for creating a song.
Absolutely.
Did you want to do an open floor for your live audience? Just you don't have to be about song making. We can ask you about AR since we got you here.
Okay, what do you want to ask me?
What are you working on right now as an artist?
I am working on a mixtape and an album at the current moment. I have been, apologize to my fans. Life really be lifing, and I probably took a bigger break than I wanted to. But I have two different works coming out. You know what I'm saying? I have a Fire Starter 6, and I also have James St. Patrick coming out. You know what I'm saying? And James St. Patrick is probably gonna be. I literally have been in the works with it for about a full year now. And I got about 7 songs put together. I might fuck around and just focus on those 7 songs so I can put it out there quicker for y'all. They could be a 7 album song. I mean 7-song album. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think Michael Jackson had 8 songs on Thriller. So I don't have to do 15, 16 songs to appease the listener. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I got going on. Of course, I'm locked in with Knee Deep. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm just trying to get my shit out there and get as many people to get on board with this arson train as possible. You know what I'm saying? For shit, sure. Make sure y'all just tune in with me. Be on the lookout for everything that I'm doing. You know, I got a show on the 15th at I think it's at Visions. At Visions, you know what I'm saying? TC and Friends. He want me to come up there and do I'm gonna do my jazz song, Jenny Gump. So I'm getting into a whole different type of, probably be more R&B jazz type shit I'll be doing that night. No rapping. I don't plan on rapping at all. I'm tired of rapping. But yeah, make sure y'all come fuck with a nigga.
So you tired of rapping?
It not all the ways, just I have so much I do that I don't ever want to just get too complacent with doing just one thing. I done did shows, last probably 4 or 5 shows I did um some shit with some rap in it. So I just want to kind of step into another realm and show people that come to spectate the event. Okay, damn. I never knew he did fucking jazz. The fuck? I want to fuck him up like that. You know what I mean? Like, I really do. Reggae, jazz, R&B, rap. Like, this nigga is really up here doing a jazz, a reggae, a Afro beat song. They like, damn. So I like seeing people's faces when I do shit like that. I like doing it and then literally looking at them and just having them, the look on their face be like a deer head, like what? So I like that. I get a personal enjoyment out of that. That's what I mean by I'm tired of rapping. I'll never be like 100% tired of rapping because I love to rap. I love the sport of it, but it becomes a little redundant sometimes.
Taking a small break from rapping, so that doesn't mean the girls will get a summer jam this summer?
Yes. So I had crazy you asked that. I had a whole album that is done. It's done. I have a whole album called Marcus Graham. And Marcus Graham is an R&B album. And some of the song it's a 2.5-year-old album now, but some of the songs might not be as current. So I need to go back and listen to it. I would love to let y'all listen to it and y'all give me your honest opinion and be like, damn, okay, oh yeah, this one will still go. That one still go. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, you don't want to get out of season with music. You know, music is sometimes get old or that's not in no more type shit. But it was fire. Like when I did it, it was fire. And then I was gonna release it after the 5 Star to 5 and a whole bunch of shit. I didn't release it, but I still got the song. So I'm either gonna drop it or drop certain songs from it this summer. Definitely for the ladies. Trying to appease to the lady crowd for sure. Yay.
Um, as far as music videos, because you did say it was important, what are some music video ideas that you definitely want to execute? Because you have some crazy music video ideas. He jumped out a whole casket in one. So what crazy ideas that you fantasize that you want to do?
So I got this song called Do You Ever? And Do You Ever is pretty much the name of the song pretty much is Do You Ever Think of Me While You Playing with Your Pussy? Okay? And it's shortened Do You Ever? You ever remember them old songs where the whole song was in the parentheses? It's one of them. All right. Do You Ever is one of them songs. I wanted to do the video for Do You Ever is I wanted it to start out with, and this is crazy. All right. This is how my mind works. I wanted a poster of me. I wanted a bed to be up against the wall. Say the foot of the bed to be that's the wall, and the foot of the bed is there. And I wanted to be like a poster of me, kind of like some 90s shit. You know, everybody had posters in their room. And I want the poster to be there. And I want a girl to be laying on the bed. And I want her feet. You know, I like feet. I want her pretty feet. Make sure I emphasize pretty feet to be propped up against my poster. All right. And I want her laying on the bed with a toy, a dildo, a rose, anything of that nature. And I want her looking up at me, playing with her motherfucking pussy. And literally, I told Voice Box this. He said, boy, you crazy as hell. We gonna do this. This shit gonna be fine. I want her to literally not acting. I want her to literally be doing it on camera. Now he gonna come from behind her, so you'll see the poster and you'll see her and you'll hear her moaning, but you won't really see her doing it. But you ain't slow. You'll be like, oh my God. And then I want her to come on camera. I want you to hear her orgasm on camera. And then bam, they gonna roll the motherfucking video. And it's Do You Ever Think of Me Why You Playing with Your Pussy? And then we gonna come up with the rest of it from there. But
don't know what we about to do.
but that's a hell of a starting place.
Do random places where she just acts. She has to think about you.
She just think about me in the car, in traffic. Let me get one off. At the laundromat. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be crazy. But that type of shock value is what I'm after. Like she say, a casket, jumping out of a casket, or live masturbation. I had another video concept where I wanted to, I wanted to have a whole bunch of females in a room, and I just wanted it to be a party. And I wanted them to be doing everything under the sun in this room. I wanted them to be fucking twerking, eating, dancing, kissing, touching each other, everything you can think of. And I'm just dead smack in the middle of all the chaos, just calmly rapping my song, not paying attention to any of the bullshit that's going on. And then at one point, maybe one of them will bump me or something, and I just all the music and start like, hold on, what? Did you just touch me, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like some wild shit like that. Like, and the dramatics of all of that will make people watch it. Like, damn, it'll be like BT Uncut. Little niggas will be trying to watch the fuck out of that for all the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just some of my raunchy ideas. Like, I got some other ones that are like crazy. I got a song, like I told you, 007. I want to actually make it like James Bond. Y'all know James Bond is 007. You know, James Bond is like real top-notch, bad motherfucker. All kind of gadgets and tuxedos and guns and foreign whips. And, you know, I really wanted to try to tackle James Bond and like bring that, a black James Bond, bring that to life. So, you know, I got a lot of ideas that I really want to do for sure.
We can wrap it up. That was good.
Well, yeah, man. Make sure y'all tune in with us this week. You know what I'm saying? We will be getting back to it on Knee Deep. And I hope this was insightful and helpful to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you use it as a guide. Just let loose and have fun and make you some good music. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Get with me. It's your boy AR. And this has been a Knee Deep exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.